World War II pushed firearms design to its absolute limits. This video documents every single gun used by German forces during the Second World War. Let's begin with the pistols. Walther P38. Considered the most advanced service pistol of the war, this weapon served as the standard sidearm for German officers and troops. It featured a double-action trigger mechanism, which allowed soldiers to carry it safely with a round chambered. While it couldn't match the capacity of submachine guns, it provided exceptional reliability in harsh conditions and became the blueprint for post-war military pistols. Luger P08. The iconic symbol of German military heritage, this pistol remained in widespread service throughout the entire conflict. It featured a distinctive toggle lock action, which gave it exceptional accuracy for a handgun. While expensive to produce and sensitive to dirt, it provided unmatched prestige and remained the preferred sidearm of Luftwaffe pilots and officers. Walther PPK. The compact choice for officers and plainclothes personnel, this weapon served as the standard for covert operations and rear echelon troops. It featured a blowback mechanism in a remarkably small package, which made it ideal for concealed carry. While it lacked stopping power compared to full-size pistols, it provided reliability when discretion was paramount and became a legend in post-war intelligence services. Mauser HSC. The wartime economy pistol. This weapon served as a supplement to standard-issue sidearms during production shortages. It featured simplified manufacturing techniques which allowed for rapid mass production. While it couldn't match the refinement of the P38 or Luger, it provided adequate service when every weapon counted and kept troops armed during critical shortages. Mauser C96 broom handle. The antiquated holdover from previous conflicts, this pistol remained in limited service with rear echelon and occupation forces. It featured a distinctive box magazine ahead of the trigger, which could hold 10 rounds. While obsolete by 1939 standards, it provided firepower when nothing else was available and saw use across conquered territories. Next on the list are the submachine guns. MP40. Considered the face of German infantry combat, this weapon served as the primary submachine gun for squad leaders and vehicle crews. It featured a folding stock and all-metal construction, which made it perfect for mechanized warfare. While it suffered from a relatively slow rate of fire, it provided exceptional controllability in close quarters and became the most recognized German weapon of the war. MP38. The predecessor that established the standard, this submachine gun served as the template for all future German automatic weapons. It featured revolutionary stamped metal construction, which eliminated expensive machining operations. While quickly superseded by the improved MP40, it proved the concept of mass-produced automatic weapons and armed the early Blitzkrieg campaigns. MP18. The Great War veteran still seeing limited service, this weapon remained in use with rear echelon troops and occupation forces. It featured the original magazine-fed submachine gun design from 1918, which pioneered the entire weapon class. While completely outdated by 1939, it provided firepower for garrison duty and armed police units across occupied Europe. MP28. The interwar improvement on the MP18. This submachine gun served with police units and second-line troops throughout the conflict. It featured a side-mounted magazine which improved ergonomics over the original MP18. While relegated to training and garrison duty, it kept reserve formations armed and saw action in the desperate final battles. Erma EMP. The early war stopgap before MP40 production ramped up. This weapon served with Waffen-SS and police formations in the war's opening years. It featured a wooden stock and more traditional rifle-like appearance, which made it acceptable to conservative military authorities. While it lacked the modern design of the MP40, it provided automatic firepower during the critical expansion period and armed elite units in Poland and France. MP41. The hybrid that tried to combine rifle and submachine gun characteristics, this weapon served in extremely limited numbers with certain SS units. It featured a wooden stock like a rifle combined with MP40 internals, which created an awkward compromise. While it failed to gain widespread adoption, it represented German experimentation with weapon ergonomics and survives today as a rare collector's item. Bergmann MP-35. The export design pressed into German service, this submachine gun equipped Waffen-SS formations during the war's middle years. It featured a magazine housing that could accept 24, 32, or 50-round magazines, which provided flexibility in ammunition load. While never as common as the MP-40, it provided automatic firepower during expansion and saw combat on the Eastern Front. Next on the list are the rifles. Karabiner 98K. Considered the quintessential German infantry weapon, this rifle served as the standard for every frontline soldier throughout the war. It featured a 5-round internal magazine and Mauser bolt action, which represented the pinnacle of traditional rifle design. While outpaced by semi-automatic designs, it provided legendary accuracy and reliability in every climate from Arctic tundra to African desert. Gewehr 43. The semi-automatic answer to Soviet firepower, this rifle served with infantry across the Eastern Front from 1943 onward. It featured a 10-round detachable magazine and gas-operated action, which doubled a soldier's rate of fire. While it arrived too late to change the war's outcome, it provided infantry squads with desperately needed firepower and proved German engineering could match Soviet semi-automatics. Gewehr 41. The flawed first attempt at semi-automatic rifles. This weapon served in limited numbers before being superseded by the improved G43. It featured an unusual gas system that tapped propellant gases from the muzzle, which proved unreliable in combat conditions. While it failed to meet expectations, it provided lessons that led to the more successful G43 and armed specialized troops during the critical Middle War years. Volkssturmgewehr 42. The airborne troops' specialized weapon. This rifle served with Volkssturmgewehr units throughout Europe and beyond. It featured selective fire capability and a side-mounted magazine, which made it the most advanced rifle of the war. While produced in limited numbers due to complexity, it provided paratroopers with unmatched firepour and influenced post-war battle rifle design worldwide. Sturmgewehr 44. The revolutionary weapon that changed warfare forever. This assault rifle equipped Wehrmacht and Waffen-SS units from 1943 until war's end. It featured a shortened intermediate cartridge and selective fire, which created an entirely new weapon category. While it appeared too late in insufficient numbers, it provided devastating close to medium range firepower and became the template for every modern assault rifle. Volkssturmgewehr, the desperate last-ditch weapon of a collapsing regime. This rifle-armed Volkssturm militia during the final defense of Germany. It featured crude stamped construction and simplified operation, which allowed production in furniture factories. While it represented Germany's industrial collapse, it provided minimal armament to untrained defenders and symbolized the Third Reich's final desperation. Gewehr 98. The Great War rifle still seeing extensive service, this weapon equipped second-line troops and training units throughout the conflict. It featured the original full-length Mauser action, which set the standard for bolt-action rifles worldwide. While superseded by the shorter Kar 98K, it armed reserve formations and saw combat when every rifle was needed. Karabiner 98 AZ. The First World War carbine variant still in limited use. This weapon served with mountain troops and specialized units early in the war. It featured a turned-down bolt handle and shorter length, which made it suitable for cavalry and mountain warfare. While largely replaced by the standardized 98K, it equipped specialist formations and remained in reserve stocks. Next on the list are the machine guns. MG42. Considered the most feared weapon of the entire war, this machine gun served as the foundation of German infantry tactics on every front. It featured a phenomenal 1,200 rounds per minute rate of fire, which created a sound described as Hitler's buzzsaw. While it consumed ammunition at an alarming rate, it provided unmatched suppressive fire and set the standard for every post-war machine gun design. MG34. The first true general-purpose machine gun. This weapon served throughout the war in infantry, vehicle, and aircraft roles. It featured a remarkable 900 rounds per minute rate and could be configured for sustained or assault fire, which revolutionized machine gun employment. While expensive and complex to produce, it provided German squads with mobile firepower and established the doctrine that influenced all future machine gun design. MG-15. The aircraft weapon converted for ground use. This machine gun served in defensive positions and with second-line troops. It featured an air-cooled design originally intended for aircraft, which made it lighter than water-cooled weapons. While it lacked the sustained fire capability of purpose-built infantry guns, it provided defensive firepower when standard weapons were unavailable and armed fortifications across occupied Europe. MG-13. The early rearmament stopgap. This machine gun equipped Wehrmacht units during the rapid expansion of the 1930s. It featured a magazine-fed system rather than belt feed, which limited its sustained fire capability. While quickly replaced by the superior MG-34, it armed the early Wehrmacht and was later passed to Allied and satellite forces. MG-08-15. The Great War veteran adapted for mobile warfare. This machine gun served in defensive positions and training units throughout World War II. It featured a water-cooled barrel and the reliable Maxim action which had armed Germany since 1908. While hopelessly outdated and heavy, it provided defensive firepower for static positions and remained in service until ammunition stocks were exhausted. MG-81. The aircraft weapon rarely seen in ground combat. This machine gun served primarily in bomber defensive turrets and occasionally in improvised ground mounts. It featured an extremely high rate of fire optimized for aerial combat, which made it devastating but difficult to control on the ground. While designed for aircraft, desperate measures saw it mounted on vehicles and fortifications during the war's final stages. Next on the list are the anti-tank rifles. Panzerbüchse 39. The standard anti-tank rifle of the early war. This weapon served with infantry squads facing Polish, French, and early Soviet armor. It featured a single-shot bolt action firing a massive 7.92 gun 90mm armor-piercing round, which could penetrate 30 millimeters of steel at close range. While it became obsolete as tank armor thickened, it provided infantry with their first portable anti-tank capability and remained useful against light vehicles throughout the war. Panzerbüchse 38. The predecessor that established German anti-tank doctrine, this rifle equipped Wehrmacht infantry during the invasions of Poland and France. It featured a falling block action and improved ergonomics over earlier designs, which made it practical for squad-level use. While quickly superseded by the simplified PZB-39, it proved the concept of infantry portable anti-tank weapons and served until withdrawn from frontline service. Next on the list are the specialized weapons. Welrod. The British assassination pistol captured and used by German intelligence services. This weapon served with Abwehr agents and SS security forces. It featured an integrated suppressor and bolt-action design, which made it one of the quietest firearms ever created. While produced by the enemy, captured examples provided German covert operatives with silent elimination capability and saw use in occupied territories. Liberator. The American airdrop pistol captured in resistance operations. This crude single-shot weapon occasionally fell into German hands during anti-partisan sweeps. It featured the simplest possible design intended for resistance fighters, which made it more symbolic than effective. While designed to arm guerrillas, German forces captured stocks and studied this weapon as evidence of Allied supply operations. Kampfpistole Z. The flare pistol converted for combat use. This weapon served with infantry units requiring close-range bunker-busting capability. It featured the standard flare pistol modified to fire grenades and anti-tank rounds, which gave infantry a man-portable artillery piece. While crude and dangerous to the user, it provided desperate infantrymen with explosive firepower and saw action in urban combat.